Welcome to the Tax Sale Podcast, where tax sale investing is made easy. My name is Casey Denman. I'm a tax sale veteran. I'm the leading tax sale expert, the author of the Tax Sale Playbook, founder of the Tax Sale Academy, and I am your host right here on the Tax Sale Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me on today's podcast episode. It's a completely free podcast brought to you through and because of the Tax Sale Academy. So if you are looking to learn more about investing in tax-defaulted real estate, make sure you head on over to taxsaleacademy.com. I've got an episode today I've been wanting to record for a good while now. This is something that has really taken the major focus of my life over the past 4 or 5 years now. It's something that I wish I would have implemented into my life from the start of my career. There's always such a big push, especially in the United States, to work long, hard hours. And believe me, I fully understand that. I've been self-employed my entire adult life. I've been an investor since age 19, and I've never had a boss. So I value self-discipline more than most people, but I've also learned to value life itself. While working 16 hours a day might make for a good TikTok or Instagram reel, it is the path to burnout in the long term. It also handcuffs you to your business, a business that you likely first built so you could have freedom. You know, people get into the business for different reasons, but a large number of them get into business for that one word, freedom. Freedom from debt, freedom to do whatever they want to do, freedom to have time for family, freedom to go where they want to go, freedom to live a healthy life, just freedom to do what you want to do. Yet we are so often in a situation where we end up sacrificing that very freedom we desire for the potential freedom years and years down the road. And there's nothing wrong with making sacrifices as you start and grow your tax sale business, but it's very important that you begin to implement more and more things into your business that allow for those freedoms as it continues to grow. And what I've learned is that I actually can build a much bigger business with much more freedom when I approach it and when I structure it correctly. So today I want to talk to you about some strategies. These are the same strategies that I've used for a number of years now that have allowed me to devote so much of my time outside of my investment business into the Tax Sale Academy, training new investors to help them improve their financial situation and their life. They also have allowed me to take as much time off as I want to spend with family. I spend about 3 months every year at my mountain house. It's allowed me to invest the time to train for physical activities that I enjoy, such as ultra marathons and Ironman races, to travel across the United States, to travel abroad, and so much more. Now, I'm not a huge, in quote, lifestyle guy that drives like Lamborghinis or any stupid stuff like that, but I am somebody who enjoys my freedoms. I am somebody who enjoys the freedoms provided to me because of tax sale investing. But again, it took me a long time to actually learn how to enjoy the freedom provided by my business. Today, I want to go over 5 strategies that you need to implement into your tax sale business to actually be able to enjoy life and enjoy your freedoms while you become a successful tax sale investor. The first one, I've discussed this before, efficiency. Learning to be an efficient tax sale investor is required for success. First off, simply put, it's a numbers game. If you research 10 properties and I research 100 properties, then the likelihood of my success has increased tenfold compared to you. But beyond that, if it takes you 30 minutes to research every single property, not only are you not going to be capable of researching enough properties to see success, but simply put, you're going to be spending a heck of a lot of time on that task. And it's not just research I'm talking about. We can talk about finding new tax sale markets, attending auctions, marketing properties, selling properties. Literally every aspect of the tax sale business must be efficient. And this is something that somebody can learn over time. It took me 7 or 8 years probably, or you can learn from others who have those systems in place like we teach in the Tax Sale Academy. But if you are more efficient, you will have more time to invest, more time to do the things you want to do, and more time to enjoy those freedoms. Focus on becoming efficient. It is a game changer. The next strategy is to seek out low input, high output returns. So in other words, minimize your personal time investment and maximize your potential returns. If you go into a project and it's something that's going to take you a year of your life to complete and you're making a couple $1,000s, that is what I consider the opposite. That is a high input, low output opportunity. Yet, I see so many people doing this for whatever reason. If I can buy a vacant lot by looking at my computer screen for a few minutes, doing a little bit of research, and then I go online and I sell that vacant lot by looking at my computer screen in a few minutes, and I can make a few $1,000s, that is low input, high output, and I will do that every single day for the rest of my life. If I can buy a property, say a house, and then flip that property to another investor and let them deal with all the issues, make a quick 20, 30 grand without having to do any other work besides connecting myself with another investor, again, I'm going to do that every single day. I did a video a couple of months ago, and I think the title was something like, "Don't Remodel Tax Sale Homes." And I got a lot of responses, including a lot of negative ones. It says, a lot of people think you need to buy a piece of real estate that has a house on it that needs to be remodeled. You go in there and remodel it, and you sell it for top dollar. But from my approach, if I can sell that property right away, make a quick $20,000 on it without stepping foot into that property, I'll do that all day long compared to the guy who's going to spend the next 6 or 9 months of his life sweating as he works on that property day in and day out to make maybe 30 grand, an extra $10,000. I'm not going to do that. Again, low input, high output. I've got lots of Academy members who just start off in this business and they start buying cheap lots. The $100 OTC lot, for example, they resell that property online for $1,000. Sure, 1 or 2 deals, it's not going to make you rich, but that is a low input, high output strategy. And I've even got a few that have taken this approach and they're doing very, very, very well with it when they start increasing the numbers of properties they're doing this with. Again, focus on low input, high output. The next strategy, do what you enjoy. Have you ever been forced to do something? If so, you likely develop some sort of anxiety and stress because of it. In business, this again puts you into that state of being miserable. Sure, there are going to be times we have difficult things that we must do, challenges we must face. But if there is a choice in the matter, choose what you enjoy doing. Here's what I mean. I enjoy buying tax defaulted real estate, then reselling it quickly, making money, moving on. If we discuss that tax sale house remodel that I just referenced earlier, I don't enjoy that kind of stuff. To me, there is nothing enjoyable about flying across the country with the sole task to try to manage a remodel, dealing with dozens of contractors and subcontractors, worrying about who's showing up and budget overruns, making countless trips to get supplies and everything else that comes with it. I've done it a lot of times early in my career, but why should I do that for an extra 10, 15%? I'm much better off putting that money, that time, into more deals, which will likely make me much, much more money in the time that person spends remodeling that house anyhow. Listen, if you like to remodel houses, I'm not trying to harp on that at all. If that's your thing, by all means, go for it. What I'm trying to illustrate for you is for my business, for what I enjoy, I don't like doing that stuff anymore. Maybe early in my career when I was 19, 20 years old, I enjoyed it, but not anymore. Low input, high output, and stuff you enjoy. Combine those two things, and it's going to provide you with a lot of freedom. Front load your business by making it as enjoyable as possible. You're going to go much further, be much more happy, and you're going to make a lot more money. The next strategy is to minimize your reliance on other people. And this is a very interesting one, so hear me out. Obviously, you need a team. You have to have a team of people you can trust. I teach team building inside the Tax Sale Academy. I think it's very, very important. But there's got to be a very healthy balance here, and you must approach it correctly. You can't depend solely on somebody else to operate your business. So many people think that owning a business means you should go out, hire a whole bunch of people, teach them the thing, whatever that is, and then you become successful as you sit back on the sidelines. Here's the problem with that approach. It never, ever works out that easy. I've had 17 employees on payroll before, and it is not easy. But even if you have only 1 or 2 employees, it can still be problematic. No one, I repeat, nobody will care as much about your money and your business as you do. In fact, it's not that they won't just care about it as much as you do. They likely, truthfully, don't care about your money at all, if we're being honest here. If you lose money, it's not really their issue. All they care about is self-preservation. If they're getting a paycheck, fantastic. Here's how I justify that statement. Now, if your business goes out and you stop making money, you can no longer make payroll. How long is that person going to stay without being paid? Not very long. Sure, once you get to the point where you're investing well into the 7 figures, hire people if you need them. But just be prepared that hiring people comes with its own set of legal, financial, and psychological challenges that require more time, more money, and more effort than you likely think. For most people watching this video right now, you should develop a team that includes people like title companies, attorneys, realtors, and so forth. But instead of hiring a whole bunch of in-house people, focus on learning how to operate your business better. And the last strategy that I have for you is to do things your way. Think outside the box, test, confirm, expand, and grow. When I got into this business 20 years ago, I remember going office to office in the real estate brokerage that I was working at the time, asking about the tax sale thing. I was told in no uncertain terms, number 1, we don't know anything about the tax sale business. And number 2, if you want to invest in real estate, go buy a rental house or something, because that's what you are supposed to do. Instead, I got into the tax sale business. And then when I did, I started selling properties in very unconventional methods. Methods that 98% of the world was not familiar with at the time. Methods that people said did not make sense, wouldn't work, or my favorite was just a fad. I was told 15 years ago through the grapevine that Casey's business will dry up soon and that his strategies just won't work long term. Yet, here I am. Sure, things have changed some over the years, but at the end of the day, I will continue to think outside of the box. If you're looking to do what every single other person at a tax sale auction does, your results are going to be the exact same as every single other person at that tax sale. And eventually, it will be a race to the bottom to see who can perform the most work for the least amount of money. Sorry, that does not interest me in the least bit. Think outside of the box. Do it your way and reap the benefits for decades to come. There it is. There's 5 strategies as a tax sale investor that will allow you to fully enjoy the lifestyle you desire while also increasing your income, lowering your stress levels, and avoiding burnout. Learn to operate with ultimate efficiency. Seek only low input, high output opportunities. Use strategies that you enjoy. Minimize your dependence on other people and think outside of the box. Listen, countless Tax Sale Academy members and myself are proof that you can become a successful tax sale investor while enjoying the heck out of life with the freedoms to do virtually whatever you want to do without unnecessary constraints and stress on your life. You do not have to give up the freedoms that you desire to become successful. Listen, that is all I've got for you today. I truly hope that this episode helps you out. If this episode or any of the episodes on the Tax Sale Podcast have helped you, please do me a huge favor and leave me a positive review on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to us on right now. This podcast is free. I don't charge a listing or membership fee or anything like that for these podcast episodes, but your reviews really help us out, and they might even serve to pay it forward to somebody who learns about this incredible business simply because you took the time to tap that 5-star review or leave a positive feedback comment. And as always, if we can be of any additional help, make sure you check out our website at taxsaleacademy.com. We offer the most comprehensive step-by-step tax sale training. Hey, take care and make it a successful day. We'll see you next time right here on the Tax Sale Podcast. Bye-bye.